Tajahao.
And apa khabar semua? We have another chunky lineup of gaming news for you guys this week. The Game Awards nomination is out. There's a new James Bond games coming out from the creators of Hitman. The Capcom hack was more than we expected, and so much more. And as usual, you're hearing from the Afiq Arcade boys, and we consist of myself, Kelvin Tay,
Jeff K.
And Afiq K, and we're not siblings.
and our very own Jovan Lam. You wanna say hi, Joe?
Hello there.
And if you don't know what to expect from listening to Afiq Arcades, well, if you're new here, we are a weekly gaming news podcast that highlights all things gaming this week to keep you up to speed.
So keep those Joy-Cons grimy and let's get to the gaming news this week. Okay, so starting off with the first news of this week, if you guys have been dying to play a James Bond game, well, I think we've got to wait for a while because IOI Games or IO Interactive Games have teased us a trailer or a teaser trailer of a new Bond game. And if you don't know who the IO Interactive developers are, they have been developing games like the entire Hitman franchise.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So the game will be centered, obviously, around James Bond's origin story, earning the 00 status.
7?
Yep, the 00 status.
Okay,
basically. I don't
okay.
know if there's like a 006, a 005.
Probably
I
is.
kind of wish they kind of shed more light on
There
movies.
is.
There are, right?
There is, yeah.
Is it like in the comics or movies or some shit like
It's
that?
in
or
the
what?
films. If I'm not mistaken, it was mentioned
I
in the films.
not even remember.
No, I think
that.
I think there was one other in one of the movies.
Yeah.
One of the many James Bond
Yeah.
movies. I can't even keep track anymore, but I think
Yeah,
they
there's
did
just
mention
too
another
many.
one.
I mean, I'm sorry to just, but it doesn't make sense if you have an organization
Yeah.
with only one agent in the field.
And he's just like,
Like,
7.
what,
So
like
where's-
Yeah.
what's the risk of that? Right?
Yeah,
Like,
what's the risk
he
of that?
dies and the entire organization collapses.
yeah. And to any of those film purists who says that, okay, so this, what's that though? So since this game will be centered around his origin story earning the 00 status, it kind of like contradicts with the film's chronology on how, well, not chronology, more like the universe
Yep.
that James Bond that we've known. We know that his first mission or earning that 00 status, his first mission was in Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's when, what's his name? Daniel Craig was casted to be Bond, right? And that was like,
Yeah.
was Matt Mikkelsen in there? He was in there as a villain. So
Mads Mikkelsen?
yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen?
So casting,
Oh, yeah, poker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He like swung
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rope
yeah.
at his balls and
Yep,
shit.
yep,
and
yep.
he's like
Mikkelsen.
says like a little bit to the left and shit like that. You remember?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He just didn't give any two shits. So
Yeah.
anyways, so the game, since it's going to center around its origin story, it's not going to share basically the same movie universe with the entire James Bond. What's James Bond known for? I mean, there's plenty of books out there, but I don't know how they're going to do with this game. I really can't wait because, I mean, I play Hitman.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine if you play as James Bond, and I think you can just carry out, like, it becomes like an own sandbox game kind of
Right.
shit. Whether you can go in hard or you can go in stealth. We don't really know much about it. So in the press release to accompany the news, I don't know how to say his name, Hakan Abrak, CEO
Yeah.
of the IO Interactive, he said that it's true that once in a while the stars do align in our industry. Creating an original Bond game is a monumental undertaking, and I truly believe that IO Interactive, working closely with our creative partners, can deliver something extremely special for our players and communities. Our passionate team is excited to unleash their creativity into the iconic James Bond universe and craft the most ambitious game in the history of our studio.
Wow.
So Hitman wasn't ambitious, and I thought that was pretty fucking good.
I really loved how they expanded the universe of Hitman.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you take Hitman and 007, for example, I feel like it's a very co-related universe,
Right.
Both there's a lot of espionage.
You're working for
Yeah.
like an organization.
Yeah.
You're sent to kill. You're an assassin,
Right.
James Bond.
Yeah.
It's a
assassin,
Yeah, I guess
espionage,
it's part of his job
spy,
There we go.
womanizer,
Whiskey drinker.
shaken not stirred.
You know what? That'd be
Mar-
really cool if you're able to
Martini.
establish relationships with any of
like
the
there's
NPCs.
Yeah, right, I
romance
was thinking
option.
that.
Yeah. There's like romance, and you can proceed with them
Like
or
Mass
not.
Effect? I'm just
You know,
saying
Mass Effect
based
isn't the
on-
only game that.
Yeah.
has that.
Yeah, but I've never played Mass Effect.
Okay, you play Fallout, right?
Yeah.
Did you like romance with
yeah.
anybody?
No.
Yeah.
Have you romanced with anybody in any game?
Have you played The Witcher then?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Have you reached the romance part of the game?
With every girl in there.
I think I did.
Okay.
But I can't remember.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Afiq, for
No
for
worries.
enlightening your gaming experience with The Witcher. You're such a nice guy. Holy crap. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it unless you put a ring on.
Exactly.
Quote Gerald on
They
Rivia.
gotta give me consent. Consent's important.
Anyways, just to close off this little news bit, if anyone's wondering, yes, the game is still, I think it's not even in development yet.
So
It probably is.
we don't know who the 007 agent is. Would it be like a fictional? No wait, a game version of Daniel Craig,
Okay, now that would be interesting.
probably
That would be
not.
fucking
Or-
interesting to see.
or would it be like Spider-Man, where the movie actor is Tom Holland, but the game version is just a facial construction of another person?
I feel like it's gonna be that.
I believe it's gonna go that way, but it'd be very interesting on how they're gonna cast this James Bond character,
Right.
Being a character that
He
you're
has to
able
be
have-
British.
I mean, of course he has to. I mean, he can't be Australian, can he?
No.
It'd be kind of funny if he was.
G'day, mate.
Oh, a martini.
crikey.
No. He'll go like, oh, a martini. No, I have a nice cold bottle of beer, please. Anyways, so it'd be very fascinating to see how they're gonna cast this Bond character, and also since the game is, I'm not sure if it's early in development or in development at all, they're actually hiring. Yeah. So on their website here, I linked it on the doc here. They actually linked how'd you say the website up with a teaser, and at the bottom there you can find basically you can start I guess join the team or apply for I don't know a job at IO Interactive if you want to take part in it.
I like the last statement here.
Yeah.
IO Interactive is currently recruiting elite talent
Yeah.
from around the world to join the team.
Yeah.
Elite.
Elite.
So
So there's like a high job requirement.
right?
So it's really not that. I mean, I don't mind like if there's like a spot for me to be like, I don't know, their runner or some shit like that, I'll fucking do it.
You say this for
Every
hire.
Listen, man, I'm not-
First with Kojima.
yeah.
And now with IO.
Listen, I'll fucking do it. Like, you need coffee? I know how to make coffee.
You know, like I'm really interested to find out how they're gonna build the story.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a completely original Bond story. Because not a lot. I think all the movies that have come out about James Bond have been based on the books.
Yeah.
So now they have a very limited point of reference.
Yeah.
And everything else is just creativity and trying to marry one detail with the other detail, and then still trying to make it make sense because it's James Bond.
Speaking about movies and James Bond, do you guys hear the rumor about who comes after Daniel Craig?
Idris Elba. That was one of the rumors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was one
one
of
of
the
the-
rumors.
But there was another rumor stating that the next James Bond might be a woman.
I knew it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew they were gonna do that. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
But I really hope they give her like 006 or 008 though, because I feel like people taking too many spots in 007. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting to see 007. But then again, it just goes back to the question. I would like to know, like,
But there was a theory.
What theory?
There was a theory that I
Okay,
read
here we
somewhere.
go. There we go. We're gonna open up
That-
the books here.
007 is not the only code name.
What do you mean? I mean, I know there's
James-
006, 005. Isn't that other code names?
No,
then?
James Bond is also a code name,
Oh,
which is why they can have so many different people play the character.
I thought that was
Oh.
established already. Because besides Daniel Craig, there was also Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
And
Sean Connery, everybody
yeah.
else. I can't
Right.
remember.
Yeah, it's
So-
like,
so
like
it's-
their real name is not James
Yeah.
Bond. James Bond and 007.
He's just an
kind of-
alias.
yeah.
like if you're 007, you're also known as James Bond.
Yeah.
that
It's like
kind of
how
stuff.
in the previous James Bond film, M passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Right,
then
there's another M.
Yeah, and then
That's
there's another
another M,
M.
right?
There
Yeah.
was a British male actor.
yeah. He
which I
wears
can't-
like a
yeah.
specs.
So I think that
nerdy-looking guy.
the entire establishment of what James Bond is from, it's basically just an alias, right?
Yeah.
They're just agents of a bigger picture.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
Sorry, I got confused with who's the new Emmy. I think I was referring to Q just now because it was like this nerdy looking guy.
Oh, yeah,
That-
yeah.
that's
He was the guy that Daniel Craig met at the museum.
Okay, wow, holy
right.
crap, dude.
Yeah, it's the slapstick character of any
Yeah.
film. He's the funny guy. He's
That's
skinny.
what's his name? Sean.
Kingston.
No, that's not Sean Winston. Like the guy from Shaun of the Dead. What's his name? Simon.
Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's like Simon Pegg in
Simon
Mission
Pegg, right.
Impossible.
Wait, is that
yeah.
is that the same guy from Hot Fuzz?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's it.
The Cornetto trilogy.
Yo, listen, if anybody, you talk about James Bond like you actually know the shit. I watched so many James Bond films, it kind of like blends in together. I don't even
Right.
know
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck
how I
is
feel
what.
either.
Yeah, it's just so many.
Do you guys remember the game Among Us?
Yeah.
You mean everybody's favorite game ever?
Yep. I've been playing it a lot.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah. It's actually, to be honest, it's more fun playing with friends on chat.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because like on text, it's like you gotta like type and stuff.
And if you play with strangers, it gets kind of toxic.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes. I've experienced that shit.
I've never played a single game of Among Us with strangers.
Yeah, with randos. Right?
Yeah, no.
I kind of hate it. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's just either kids or anything. I don't even know. But apparently there are news coming up for every fan out there who loves playing this game Among Us because they are getting a new map. So the new map was teased out on the game's Twitter account, which was actually created recently. Like they finally hired a social media manager for the game. So in their tweet, they actually said that in the tweet it says, "Welcome to the official Among Us Twitter. You can get all the news, peaks, and fun shenanigans here and become a part of the crew. And here's a special look at the new Among Us map." So anybody's watching the YouTube video right now, we can post a picture right here to see how it looks like. And what it looks like is it's like
It's a cockpit of a spaceship.
It's called
Which is every map.
it's called the bridge.
Yeah.
Bridge.
Oh, it's called the bridge.
it's
That's the
called the
name for it.
bridge.
No. I'm saying.
Are you
that,
saying that's
Oh,
a bridge?
that part of the
Oh,
ship
it's
is
a-
called the bridge?
Oh, that part of the ship is called the bridge.
Yeah,
right.
A cockpit is like there's only like 2 seats or 1 seat.
Thanks for educating us, Jeff.
Come on, guys. Aviation.
Thanks, man. We're super unprepared for an invasion of any kind.
Okay, so anybody who's wondering and how big this map is, we don't really get much other information apart from this screen cap on how this map looks like. As I've said, it is just I guess it looks like the bridge of a huge ship. And along with the tweet, they also hinted that the new map will be fully revealed at the
Game Awards.
the Game Awards show. So I guess we can have something else to look forward to apart from the Cyberpunk news. We got like this new map. I'm still waiting for that new map from Phasmophobia. I'm excited for that one, but I guess that's news for another time. But
the
now,
new maps.
yeah, the new maps
For Phasmo.
for Phasmophobia. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Among Us. I love that game. The new map will be fully revealed at the Game Awards show. When is it? When is the Game Awards show?
Next month?
No idea.
Next month?
Yeah.
December?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
December. All right.
Cool.
So I guess keep your excitements like stable until we see this new map. We just gotta keep playing Among Us, I guess.
So you guys ever get like a box of chicken you're trying to hide from your like sister or something, and then you're trying to drop it,
Dude.
and then she goes like, "What the fuck?"
My sister hides a box of chicken from me. Actually, she hides a lot of food from me.
I actually have to hide cup noodles from my brother.
Oh,
Right. So
Like everyone hides food from me because I don't give a shit.
Right. So when your brother finds out, yeah, that's what happens to So that's what's happening to Capcom right now.
What do you mean?
Wait,
What-
someone stole their chicken?
No, I'm talking about information. I'm talking
Right,
about leaks.
right.
Oh
my guy.
Okay.
shit!
Right.
Yeah! Oh my god, dude.
So earlier this month, Capcom was hit by a major ransomware attack.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're taking it very
this
seriously.
time-
Yeah, I remember.
This
Yes.
time,
Serious.
we have leaks. We have all kinds of leaks. It's been released.
Okay,
Oh,
shit. So they did not
no.
like go through with the deal.
I guess Capcom was trying to catch their bluff, but they weren't bluffing.
Fuck you.
Capcom was like,
No.
you ain't got nothing.
No, what I'm picturing in my head was that guy from Tropic Thunder. Remember Tom Cruise?
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the
Oh,
hairy
yeah,
arm?
yeah.
Why don't
yeah.
you take 2 steps back and fuck your own face.
That's Capcom, right?
And then he slams the phone down. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Everyone's just like,
And then they go ahead and leak it all out. We're like, okay. They left us with no choice. We are the egregor.
Wait. What was the name of this
Egregor.
Egregor. I remember
Yeah.
like when he picked up the phone, he was like, okay, what was your name? All right, Egregor. Fuckface.
Why don't you take 2 steps back?
Oh man.
Egregor, is that like Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, we
guess
talked
so.
about this
Yeah.
last week. Yeah.
Without the
bunch of
without
Obi-Wan.
the W.
No, it's supposed to be like a McGregor, but like email.
Egregor.
Right.
Right.
I can imagine it's just like a bunch of Connors with like satellite dishes on it.
What?
Fuck your information.
Anyways, what was leaked, Joe?
Right, so the hackers had exposed Capcom's entire release schedule through 2024.
Oh,
basically the whole
shit.
4 years of it.
Man.
So the titles have been leaked are the release date of Resident Evil Village.
When is that gonna come out?
Probably like April 2021.
Holy shit! I
Yeah.
think these guys are doing me a favor.
Yo, these guys were serious when they said it, man.
they're working not bullying.
I guess
a bunch.
Capcom is like behind the scenes is like, hey guys, I fucked up.
Hey guys, so something happened last week.
Okay, stop.
Kind of have to.
We
have
gotta
to
stop
address
making.
it.
We gotta stop making fun of this news. I don't know why we're getting a good laugh at it every time this is brought up.
This is a leak.
yeah.
okay.
Please.
This is terrible.
Carry on, Joe. Carry on.
Right. So
What
moving
else?
On, more Resident Evil series, including mysterious titles named Resident Evil Outrage, which is set to be released in the 4th quarter of 2021. Resident Evil Hank, also 4th quarter of 2024.
All these are placeholder names, man.
Holy crap. Okay.
Okay.
But so Capcom's planning to have a remake of Resident Evil 4, which is what they're famous for, right?
Yes.
Remaking stuff.
This is what I want to see,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so that's due on the 4th quarter of 2022. Players can look forward to remakes of Final Fight, which is bound to come out on the 2nd quarter of 2024,
Yeah.
and Power Stone, which is an obscure 3D arena fighter from 1999.
Okay,
Wow.
wait. Joe, I'm just gonna stop you there. Where are you getting this information from?
It's on the
What?
internet,
Are you
Are
working
you
for them?
egregor, Joe?
I'm not eager.
Joe?
How the hell are you getting this?
That's if I'm not mistaken.
Are you using this platform?
Yeah.
I was going through the release of all the leaked games, right?
Yeah.
And one title that is not stated here was actually leaked out. When was the last time you heard the game Onimusha?
Dude.
Oh, dude.
That shit was my childhood.
That was my
man.
childhood
Yeah.
too,
Where
man.
Right.
was that?
Onimusha, it's that
Yo, the fucking 4-legged demons.
Yeah.
From fucking
Yeah. Oh,
it's like set in Paris.
French guy from Leon the Professional.
Yeah. Anyways,
Love that movie.
I really wonder what happened.
He retired, dude.
Oh, he don't
didn't
act
really
no more.
retire. He rarely acts.
Right.
Rarely
okay,
acts
okay.
these days. He's like just
Yeah.
living.
Wait, was Onimusha
So-
from Capcom?
Apparently, because I saw the leaked for Capcom too, and Onimusha was the only one that stood out to me because the last time I played Onimusha was on PlayStation.
Right,
Like
right.
that's PlayStation 2.
1 or 2?
Onimusha 1 and 2.
right.
Right? And when I saw the title Onimusha, even if you give us a remaster of Onimusha 1, dude, I'll
play the shit out of it.
sign up for a Capcom account.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure though?
I don't know. Again, these are all leaks by
By Joe.
Gregor. or maybe Joe.
Yeah.
All over
For
the
sure.
internet.
Okay. So apart from these titles, what else is there that's been leaked?
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Ooh, that's actually a
2nd
good
quarter
game.
of 2022.
Okay.
Monster Hunter 6.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
2nd quarter 2023.
Okay.
Street Fighter 6. Quarter
Street
3
Fighter.
2022.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what I think this is? I feel like when somebody holds something for ransom.
It's an inside job.
No. You know when like okay, I guess this is like a method, I guess, is when the person is not wanting to pull through with the ransom, they kind of just like how do I put this in words or in this abstract? it's like they leak some
Right.
of the data
Just to show Capcom
that
they're
we're
serious.
not fucking around.
Right.
And I feel like there's more because we did mention there's about 1 terabyte of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is
1 terabyte.
every
So
the
you're
entire
saying
like
it's like
It
I'll
seemed like
shoot
1
you
terabyte.
I'll shoot you in the foot,
more like
you on a hand,
More
on a
like I'm
pinky.
gonna shoot the bullet into the sky so that you know the gun's loaded.
right.
or I shoot you in the foot so that you know that I'm serious.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I personally
What do you think, Joe?
Probably shoot you on a pinky, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
Yeah. But Cal, you were gonna
That's a
say something.
sharpshooter.
It's an inside job, man.
Oh my god.
Capcom
inside
has been
job.
so irrelevant for the past
Yeah.
few years in the
Yeah.
gaming
So it's a
industry.
marketing ploy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So E. Gregor was someone they made up,
Jesus.
Right.
and they purposely gave this person all the details. That was last week, right?
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh wow,
That
hidden news. Capcom was hacked from a ransomware,
Yeah.
and this week they're like, hey guys, we're actually still relevant because we got like all these games all
Yeah.
set up for you.
Do you
right
not
here."
know that we got hacked? If you don't believe us, here's a list of the games in the list that got hacked.
So that's what I think has been going on.
Okay, all right, Cal. I really appreciate you actually putting in your theory. It's actually a good thought.
so you're saying it's a PR stunt, Kel?
It's always a pure stunt, man.
Okay, all right, man. Let's not dismiss the fact that there's something terrible happening to a really good company that has a good reputation.
Yeah.
Of one game.
I guess
Come
it's
on,
a
dude.
check in. Let's check and balance this thing, okay? Like on the one hand, it's bad that this is happening to Capcom, and this goes to show that you
Yes.
should always take ransomware very seriously. If Capcom hasn't already taken it seriously.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it could also be a marketing ploy, and there are no laws against marketing your brand in the manner with which they have done.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you got a good point there. But
Yeah.
stepping out of this whole conspiracy of it being a PR stunt, the titles that was released here, according to Joe, it seems like these are all just titles that we're already a lot of people are already expecting to be released, which kind of adds more support to what I hypothesized just now, that this is just basically they have not released everything. And I feel like Capcom's in a really bad spot because even though these are already like a list of releases that every gamer should expect Capcom to release, then it goes back to what Kel says, like, oh, he's not seen Onimusha in a very long time,
Yeah.
you know, and maybe that's one of it. I don't know, because to me, this doesn't seem like really, how'd you say, big titles as of right now.
Yeah.
Relative to where we are
Yep.
at right now, because we got a lot of Resident Evil stuff coming out.
Yep.
We already know remakes coming out. Dragon's Dogma is a great game. We already know they're gonna make something out of that. Monster Hunter 6, I don't even need to speak about it. It's a
Yeah.
fucking great game.
Yep.
Street Fighter, come on. These are already titles we already know. So I'm pretty sure that these E. Gregor dudes are holding back more information so that Capcom will follow through with whatever ransom. I really hope they find these guys and just apprehend them somehow, working with the police. I don't know where Capcom in Japan, right?
Japan.
They have their own cyber police. I don't know how their cyber police are like.
Yeah, they're like a army of Gundams, dude.
RoboCop.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really. Why RoboCop, dude?
I don't know, dude. Just
Yeah, RoboCop's not
You
Japanese.
could
is he?
have went with Johnny Quest. You could have went with Prawn.
Ultraman,
I like the Gundam one.
Godzilla.
What about
Godzilla?
what about
Fuck
Masked
yeah.
Rider? Do you guys remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yo, Kamen
Rated,
Rider? Yes,
yeah. I'm a huge
Kabuto.
Dude.
I love Kamen Rider. All right, so moving on to the I guess the beginning of the big news.
The Beninging.
The beginning of the news is this week. In the recent Steam client updates, Valve has added initial support for what?
The PlayStation 5.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Controller.
That was my cue. What are you
Oh.
doing? You're thinking for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers, and will continue to improve it further. Okay.
You asked for what?
Yeah.
I didn't ask. Was there a
Well,
question mark? There was a ...
All right.
You guys can't
It
like,
sounded like a question mark.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
it's my turn.
Don't say what then, Jeff. Just say support for.
Oh, it was rhetorical, man.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, they have added support. This actually happened like a few days ago. I guess it was on the November 10th or something like that. They just added support, initial support at first, because at first they didn't have much support for the features that the new PlayStation 5 DualSense controller had, which is the LED, the trackpad, the rumble, and the gyro functionality. All right. And the directional swipe mode. Yeah. But now they've added that, everything except for the adaptive trigger.
Man.
Wait,
Yes.
this means that we can actually buy, like for PC users, we can buy the PlayStation 5 controller, link it to our computers, and play it as if we're on console.
Save that question for a little bit later because I'm gonna get to that. So if anybody's wondering, yes, Valve has claimed that full support will not be so far away. Okay, so this is exciting news.
This is huge.
This is huge because okay, now it's time for me to speculate things because there's not much to go with, but there's a lot to go with in my head.
Are we gonna take this with a grain of salt too?
I want us to, I guess we can take it with a grain of salt. So speculation time, okay? All right, this is a question for everybody here. Okay. All right, including you, Joe. Why are you sitting there, man?
Joe panic.
Anyways, so here's my question, all right? My speculative question. So will this give way to more innovations in new game developments across the entire playing field since the PlayStation 5 DualSense experience won't be exclusive to just PlayStation 5 owners? And then here's the second question. If so, will Sony find monetary ways to allow game devs to implement the features that their controllers provide into their games for a fee?
That's interesting.
Or, okay, will these controllers become a new benchmark standard for what a game controller should have in its features in the future? In brackets, eliminating Xbox controllers as a standard for PC.
I think I can answer the third one.
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, as a new benchmark.
Right?
Yeah.
Because as of late, a lot of competitive games, like all those big esports competitions, previously they were all using PlayStation 5 or Xbox in the competition.
Yeah.
But as of recent, what they have been doing now is they're actually using PC, but allowing the players, the quote-unquote console players, to use controllers. So it's a esports tournament running on PCs.
Right.
But they're only allowed to use controllers.
In its abstract, so if there is a game competition which only invites console players, all these console players will be running the game on a PC, but they'll be given controllers because that's what they use to play the game.
Yes.
That makes sense because in esports tournaments, what's the word for it? Reaction time. Is important. And then on a console, you max out at 60 frames.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's
So when you
really
use a
cool,
PC, you kind of you need more frames for the reaction time. So it makes sense for them to stick to the controller because they're console pro players, but they use a PC for the performance of the game.
Right. And then going back to my first question, right? When I said that this will change the entire playing field on how game are gonna be developed, because if this goes through, right? Indie developers will have so much to play with since like they will configure the game to have all of these features from the controller stuff. I think it'd be very fucking exciting because I guess as you said before, the PlayStation 5 controllers are basically the main attraction of getting the PlayStation 5. But now this kind of hints that experience is not just going to be exclusive
to PlayStation.
PS5.
I'm excited because, to be honest, I really like the Xbox controllers, but just hearing about all of the features that the PlayStation 5 controllers come with just makes me look at the Xbox controller as completely inferior. Because I'm missing out on a lot of things.
Yep, I agree. I think you've got very good questions here. But question 1 and 3 kind of go hand in hand.
Right.
If it's a yes for 3, it's an automatic yes for 1.
Yes.
I agree.
Because if it's going to be the benchmark standard, then for sure they need to have more innovation.
It's just gonna be the new household controller kind of thing.
Like
everyone's gonna ditch the Xbox controller unless they're on a budget.
Yeah. It's like if you're projecting what next gen would be like, as in PS6, and other consoles, I think it's going to be a standard where even the Xbox controller then would have haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, because the PS5, I think, is going to shape the DualSense experience with the PS5 now is going to shape superior gaming
Right.
experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this kind of also hints like, okay, so if I'm able to use the PlayStation 5 controllers, does this hint at probably a Demon Souls PC release? I don't know, but I really hope so.
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, it is an interesting.
Interesting thought.
It is an interesting thought.
I don't know how far away the thought is from reality, but
listen,
it's an
man,
interesting
like
thought.
just looking at the Demon Souls 6, I know the PlayStation 5 is already out and every streamer that I love watching is playing it,
Yep.
and I'm like, oh man, I really
You
want to
wanna
get it.
But they're playing on the PlayStation, right? Not PC,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Right.
no,
On
no,
PlayStation,
because
because it's
the
not out for the
graphics
PC.
look so good.
Yeah.
And I know it
The
would look
sunlight.
better if it was on the PC.
Right?
Come on,
Can
let's
you
all
imagine
admit it
that?
right now?
on like 240 hertz or something.
Dude,
Oof.
imagine that, man. I'm
Man.
just a little bit, I'm still butthurt that Demon Souls until today is a console exclusive.
None. Like there's none on PC at all.
No.
Like, what is the point of living? I play all these great games, but you're holding back the game that I've been wanting to play, the one that began it all. For fuck's sake, just get it on the PC, man. What
That's
the hell?
that's
Why are you
how
holding
they-
back, dude?
That's how they will eventually get you to buy a console,
Yeah,
man.
increase demand and more
Exactly.
marketing bullshit.
But
Okay, I get it.
Question number 2 is interesting, actually, Jeff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's an interesting thought too. Will Sony find monetary ways to allow game devs to implement the features into the games for a fee, or will they share the codes for free but find another way to be compensated for it, like a stake in Steam?
Right. Because like the reason why I popped this question is because like I mean, if it's one thing that I know Sony for is that they kind of like distant themselves quite further than like I guess Xbox. I mean, relative to like, you know, the
Technological advancements.
more like different platforms.
Right.
Yeah. And Sony's been straying really far away from PC. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they can't really make much money out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second question does, how'd you say, light up some bulbs in my head on what could happen if they do find monetary ways. I think it will be a disadvantage if they do, you know?
Yeah.
But I
Probably
mean,
means games on.
you got to make profit. But then again, does the vision outweigh the I guess, what's the word for this? Does the vision outweigh the money that they can get just because they have this unique controller?
Yeah.
Right. So we don't know yet. If you're wondering just now, yes, you can hook it up to your PC, but some functions won't work. And if you want all functions to work, you actually have to wire it to your PC.
With a USB?
Yes, with
But-
the USB.
but
So
my-
USB-C or something like that, yeah.
My biggest worry here is like everyone has been talking about the haptic feedback on the controller.
That's right.
But if it's not supported on PC, I don't see a point in that, because that's something that I really have been looking forward
Right.
to. It's like before the recording, you were watching the video
Yeah.
on what was it called?
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Black Ops Cold
Yeah,
War. Yeah.
Cold War. And he's been emphasizing on like how the haptic feedback give you immersion
Yeah.
into what gun you're using,
Yeah.
how you fire it. And if I don't get that on PC,
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
Yeah,
Like why?
it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, but he also brings up a really good point, because what the DualSense controller does for you as a gamer is it makes you choose between immersion or performance.
Yeah.
Because when you play a first-person shooter, like I said earlier, reaction time is important, and with adaptive triggers, that cuts out a significant amount of reaction time, because then your brain now has to create space to analyze how far down you have to pull the trigger.
Right. And your palms be more sweatier.
Yeah, and your palms get sweatier, right? So that choice between immersion and performance, I think it's dependent on your mood for the day, or how you approach or how you approach gaming generally, you know, because
Yeah.
if you're a PC player, I would assume that you've always played without the haptic feedback. You can't have haptic feedback.
Yeah,
on
you would
keyboard
expect
and
like
mouse.
instant hydrated response from the game
Yeah.
once you push a button kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and
that
that
can make
could be
sense.
like a really big part of a decision-making process between gaming on a PC or gaming on a console, right? So I guess for me, all these features not being available when you hook up your controller to the PC isn't as much of a deal breaker for me yet. I guess until I actually try it.
Oh yeah.
You know, if I actually try it on the PS5 and I get those haptic feedback, and then that might change my entire outlook on this thing, because then it's something that it's that piece of the puzzle that I've been missing when I've been playing games.
Yeah.
And if that's what happens, then I have to agree with Kel. But before that, right now, I think that it's not so much of a deal breaker.
Okay.
That's actually pretty. That's pretty good. I think. Oh wow. Thank you for actually like summing that up.
How important is game audio to you guys?
Game audio?
Yeah,
You mean game?
I
like in-game audio.
I think
How
it's a
important is that?
very fucking important part of the game.
Do
It's
you-
like more important than the visuals itself. That's what I believe.
are we talking about audio design or the score itself?
No, audio. Like every part of the audio. Like
Oh,
audio
yeah, of
design.
course, man.
Yeah. I think
music.
they're actually as much as people would like to say that the graphics and the story are the most important aspects of the game.
Yeah.
I believe what's more important than those two elements is the audio.
Right.
Yes, because that's game's
That's
all about
where- yeah.
immersing you, right?
Immersing, yeah. That's what I was
Yeah,
about
yeah,
to say.
yeah.
And sound kind of rounds up your entire experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I read a pretty interesting article on Reddit last night, actually. It was put up last night. And this guy is analyzing Assassin's Creed Valhalla's audio design.
Okay.
And we know that, I don't know about you guys, but for me, Assassin's Creed has kind of lost its touch a little bit.
Yeah, it's not an Assassin's Creed game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's just an Assassin's game.
Yeah, it's more like a historical game, but they're just placing their brand there.
Right? So anyways, one of his biggest takeaways is that the audio design and the sound quality for Valhalla, as compared to the previous game, which is Odyssey, is so significantly bad that it requires an entire analysis of it so that people understand why it shouldn't be this bad, and then so it doesn't set a precedent for future game development.
Oh shit!
Right? And the reason he says why this may happen to Valhalla, or why this is happening to Valhalla, is because Ubisoft might be trying to meet specific distribution criteria. When I say distribution criteria, it means the size of the game.
Oh,
Because right now, the audio file size for Valhalla is compressed at 4.5 gigabytes. But this is going to be a bit technical. Even I don't understand it fully, so I'm just going to
please. I'm a technical guy. I can totally understand or vibe with this.
Okay, so let me just pull this up real quick. So instead of the quality that compares to streaming audio on Spotify, which is about 44,000 hertz, the quality for Valhalla is at 24,000 hertz.
Oh my god, dude!
Just a
right?
fun fact. This podcast is recorded at 44,800 hertz.
Serious?
Yes.
Yes,
4.80,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so we have better sound than Valhalla.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's all.
And the reason why they needed to push it down to 24,000 hertz is because if they were to keep it at 44,000 hertz, the audio file size would be up to between 9 to 12 gigabytes.
An estimate, right? Wait,
That's an estimate.
wait. How much?
9 to 12 gigabytes.
Okay, so-
right now
oh,
it's
oh.
compressed to 4.5 gigabytes.
That's triple.
Yeah.
Holy.
Right. So I'm not going to get into too much detail.
Yeah.
Because it's I think we'll link it in the show notes. If you guys are
yeah.
interested, you can read this up. But what I will play is a comparison video that this guy did for Odyssey that analyzes the sound of the Odyssey game, the Odyssey audio.
Yeah. I
at
would like to see like a
44,000 hertz?
Yeah.
and at 24,000 hertz.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to play a sound from Assassin's Creed Odyssey in both high quality and low quality. This comparison should very clearly highlight the issue. First example, in 48,000 hertz, high quality. Second example, in 24,000 hertz, low quality. Here are the same two sounds again, except in quick succession.
So when I heard it with my headphones last night,
Yep.
because you can't really tell from
Yeah,
external
from the laptop
speakers.
speaker. But I can somewhat like differentiate it, but yeah, carry on.
But although I'm not a technical audio guy,
I'm
what
a
I got
technical
from
audio
it, yes, Jeff's a technical audio guy. I'm more of a guy that if I listen to something, I try and visualize what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So when I heard the high quality version of that, it was very clear. I could hear the swords. I could hear the people screaming. I could hear the ambient sound.
Yeah. It's around, yeah.
Right, and I could define each of that sound.
Okay,
But when
okay.
it went
Clanging
down,
of the sword, yeah.
exactly. But when I heard it at the lower resolution, the lower version of that same sound, even though you could still define what you're listening to, it just sounds like the three of us are talking over each other at all times.
Right. Okay. I get
You
it.
know?
So it like cancels sounds are like cancel.
Yeah, some of the
overlapping
high
each other.
frequencies are canceled out because there's too much low end now.
Okay.
Like, yeah, from a technical audio guy, what do you think? How do you think this affects?
Okay, so because that you've laid out that they did say that the game's audio file is at about 4 gig, and that's under the 24,000 yeah kilohertz of audio, right?
Yeah.
4 gigs to 12 gigs. I mean, that's a huge
That's a
leap.
Yeah. Huge compression
So
right there.
it's a lot.
But see, that's the thing where I can't really like, how'd you say, stake them for this. You know what I mean? Because of the size. Because you did mention about how they want to manage their distribution size, right?
Yeah.
My God. But that's also like that's an entire topic for an entire episode, I believe, because they have to somewhat compromise one over the other.
man.
It's either they compromise graphics or the sound.
Yeah, it's somewhat justified. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I can't really like, disagree with how they want to like proceed with games in the future kind of thing. If their audio size is actually already that big, I can't.
But
really,
as a gamer, which one would you rather have less of? Graphic detail or sound immersion?
okay, if you put it like that, I would go obviously with sound immersion first. But then again, right? That depends on how they constructed this entire game.
Right.
So what? That 4 gig consists of what? Just sound effects, or are we just talking about dialogue?
Right.
Because if it's just gonna be fully dialogue, then I don't see the fucking point of me being immersed.
Right.
I could play a game where it's just all quiet, right? There's no dialogue whatsoever, but obviously there's like other sounds coming from the environment itself.
Right.
I'd rather play that. I'd rather play a game where it's not mostly dialogues, which is why I'm a huge fan of Dark Souls.
Right.
There's not mostly dialogues in there, but goddamn, the sound in it
Yep.
Yeah.
really just becomes a really huge aspect of the game itself.
Yeah, games like Bloodborne,
Yeah.
like it's the sound that gives it that eerie vibe.
Yeah. And then this, I guess, in a way, I can somewhat, like, how'd you say, justify that. I guess Ubisoft, when they developed these games, I guess they should have prioritized less on the dialogue so that they don't really come to this fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think as a developer, they're also at a crossroads.
Yeah,
Because
right.
they don't know what to give you.
Yeah, but that's
what am I supposed to give
But
you?
I have not played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so I'm not even sure whether that game's like probably 80% dialogue and shit like that, or
Yeah.
maybe it's not.
Yeah.
But I believe that 4 gig or that amount of audio file, I think the majority of it comes from the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
and I think that's their fucking bad for it and how they should construct or develop games in the future. I guess this is like a lesson to every game developers out there: less dialogue, more immersion.
Yeah, more immersion.
Right?
Yeah. But I think if you're not, because what I'm understanding from this guy is this guy probably has a very sensitive ear, because if you don't have an ear this sensitive, you might not actually find the difference. And if you've been immersed in any kind of games that you play, then you probably are the kind of person that doesn't rely on the sound so
Yeah.
much to get yourself immersed, so much so than the excitement to play the game.
See, that's the thing. Like, okay, if you say that this guy has sensitive ears, right? I mean, I would like to see what if other people can, like, how do you say, back up this claim of his, because to me, I can somewhat support him because I have played games in the past, and there are, and I kind of like, in these games in the past, right? I kind of like lose interest in them
Right.
just because, even though I did not admit it, is because the sound was shit.
Right.
And it didn't like really provide me any, like, how do you say, this sensation of escapism kind of thing.
So the
And that's
lack
what I
of-
look for in games.
So the lack of sound quality was so apparent that it caused you to lose interest in the game. That's what you're saying.
Not the lack of sound quality. That is like one part of it. I guess it's the decision on what kind of sound should they have with this game kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Because I can play like an 8-bit game. If it's got great sound, if it's got great music, I'll fucking play it.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna give me a game with great sound, right? But most of that great sound just literally comes from people's voices.
I
Right.
definitely agree.
I get it.
definitely agree.
Yeah,
Because
I don't want to hear fucking chatter, man.
on my end, I would say when you ask the question, would you sacrifice audio for video quality or video quality for audio? It really depends on what kind of games you're playing.
Right?
Because if you're playing a single player game, it has to go hand in hand together, both
Yeah.
visually and
Auditory,
Sonically.
whatever. Yeah.
auditorily.
Yeah.
Right?
Sonically.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay, so take for example Apex latest season,
Yeah.
right? There are a lot of reports, and I have experienced this firsthand.
Yeah.
Where you go into different parts of the map, you will lose audio
Right?
quality completely.
Yeah.
Because there was a few instances where you lose total, and by total I
You
mean
go down.
complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character goes
Right?
down.
Yeah, like you can't hear gunshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hear footsteps.
Yeah.
And that's an FPS game, and those are crucial because when it comes to a highly competitive FPS games like Apex, for example, I can sacrifice video quality like textures and shadows and everything,
Yeah.
but I cannot
Sacrifice sound.
sacrifice
Cannot
sound.
compromise sound
Yeah.
quality at all.
The-
yeah.
the
It's
thing
very
that's-
important.
The thing that's interesting about Apex is sometimes you can hear gunfire from the other side of the map, but you can't hear footsteps behind you.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Let's not jump into the whole
not jump
Apex
into it.
thing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we tend to stray away when it comes to
Yeah.
Apex. But
But you make a
going-
great point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but using that logic, I can see why, like games like Counter-Strike, games like Valorant, which
Yeah.
is very, very competitive, rely a lot on sound cues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you can walk, you can shift walk. It's called
Yep.
shift walking,
Yeah.
and then you just lose your footstep
Yeah,
sound.
complete.
Right.
And that's a big part of the game, but you will be able to hear better. So you can hear someone coming from the other side of the wall, and then you can get your team to prepare for it.
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
kind of
yeah, you can
sound
prep.
is so important, especially what's the word for it? Like the direction of that sound is
Yeah,
also just as
yeah.
important.
Sound directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound direction, yes. But then again, that's competitive stuff.
Yeah.
Like obviously sound is very important, but when it comes to like I guess like games like Assassin's
casual
Creed
gaming,
Valhalla, the single player experience, right? I guess sound direction is very important in there. And I feel like they should not focus so much on dialogues if we're talking about distribution size. I think for me, it's better off the game having better environment music and less dialogue.
Yep.
I believe in that.
I just hope that it doesn't happen for future games, especially when we're coming to a new era of gaming
Right.
and also the next gen console,
Right,
ray
right.
tracing.
Yeah. And ray tracing. There we go.
All right. So yeah, that's a really interesting
that's
breakdown, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I have to wait. Is this linked in the docs?
Not yet, but I can add it in after this. Yeah.
Because I want to listen to it with my headphones
right.
on.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
you should.
I would really like
Yeah.
to see the difference or hear the difference.
So speaking about RPG games, right? The game that everyone has been anticipating since the start of, well, before the COVID era.
Oh,
Okay, Cyberpunk 2077 has released a official gameplay trailer.
okay.
But that's not what I want to highlight.
Okay.
Because gameplay trailers, you can just watch it on YouTube,
Or you could just ignore it and just fucking buy the game. You
Yeah.
won't miss out on anything.
right? But this guy named Tom Marks from IGN was lucky enough to get his hands on Cyberpunk 2020, and he played 16 full hours of the game. And according to his
Wow,
interview
lucky
and
guy.
write-up on IGN, I would say the game is a bit of a mixed bag right now. Here's some points that are worth noting, and these are all taken from my view by watching his 10 minutes gameplay of the whole thing. Okay, number one, he noted that this game is a very slow-paced RPG game.
Slow burn.
All right.
Yes.
Unlike the trailers that has been coming up for the past God knows 7 years,
Yeah.
it made it look like it's a high intensity, high chaos, high like guns blazing kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
It's a very slow-paced RPG game. It took him 6 hours to get to the title screen card opening.
What?
All right. And for those of you who don't know what the title screen card
It's a 6
opening,
hours epilogue.
yeah. So I wouldn't say it's an epilogue, but it took him 6 hours from his 18 hours of gameplay.
16 hours.
Yeah, sorry, 16 hours of gameplay just to get to that Cyberpunk 2077 card. Okay.
What
Holy
the
shit.
fuck,
Okay.
dude?
He also mentioned that the RPG part and the combat part was the weak part of the game.
I knew it.
Okay.
But that's
I already called it, a long
it-
time ago.
And he mentioned, quote unquote, it didn't blow him away, but was fun.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I will explain that later. And the last point I want to highlight here is the question arises, does it live up to the hype so far? And he answered yes and no. Because it is really enjoyable, and no, it has some rough edges. But don't worry about that. Okay. When it comes to rough edges, speaking from experience of playing The Witcher 3, it was rough. When The Witcher 3 came out, it was a very rough game because it's an open world game. It's super big.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of working parts. You know, I'm speaking about AI, you know, the PvE parts of
Yeah.
the game, the dialogue.
Yeah.
Sometimes things clip here and there. It's normal. All right? It's normal. We've seen it in Fallout.
Yeah.
We've seen it in GTA.
It's nothing new.
We've seen it in The Witcher 3. It's acceptable for a game this size. And knowing how big Cyberpunk 2077 is, it's forgivable. Because my experience in The Witcher 3, they did patch it later on in the game. Right? So don't worry about the rough edges of the game. The other point I want to pick out is when it comes to CDPR's game, take The Witcher for example, again, don't tend to think that you're playing a game like Saint Rose or Grand Theft Auto 5. Because how I think the mission and vision for CDPR is when they create a game, they don't want you to go in guns blazing. They want you to experience. They are creating a 360 immersive experience for you to make you feel like you're really in the world.
Right.
May it be The Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk. Because we've seen gameplays and we've seen trailers for Cyberpunk.
Right.
And when you look at the gameplay, you're like, oh shit, I'm actually in the future. Right? Or when you watch gameplays of The Witcher 3, you're like, dude, I'm not on Earth anymore.
Yeah.
I'm literally in a fantasy world.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Well, that's relieving to hear.
Okay.
At least.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, don't go into Cyberpunk thinking that you're going into Saint Rose or GTA 5.
Of course.
Go in as if like you're playing Red Dead Redemption.
Oh.
Right? Where for you to traverse from point A to point B, you actually have to either walk, take a train,
Yeah.
or just
Drive?
get on a horse,
Yeah.
all right, and really explore the world part by part, right?
I can appreciate that.
Right. So this is what I personally think is what CDPR is doing to Cyberpunk. They want you to really feel the immersion of a nice city and the parts around it.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Right.
I mean, good. This goes back because RDR 2 is a different vibe. If you want to compare it to GTA, it's that kind of game
Right.
where you need to just get inside the game and just start moving and just clear your head. You don't need to go. It's not about getting from point A to point B. It's more like going anywhere the fuck you want.
It's like starting at point A and then going on a tangent.
Go to point
when you travel.
37 or some shit
It's like
that.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Right? It's like Breath of the Wild.
That's a good example.
Why I use this example is because he also said that it took him 6 hours to get to the title screen, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so
I've never had a game where you had to
so
get
with
6 hours.
within this 6 hours from what I watched is basically tutorials, letting you know the world, the parts of it, the people that you will interact with, and basically explaining the prologue of the storyline.
Yeah.
But once he reached the title screen, the game basically threw everything at him. Here's your side quest, here's your main quest,
Oh, damn.
this is what you do, and
Straight up.
you're free to do whatever you want after that. Right? That's why I cited Breath of the Wild, because that's exactly my experience of Breath of the Wild. It doesn't give you like a in-depth tutorial of like what you should do, where you should go.
Yeah.
Right? If, like you mentioned in previous episodes, in Breath of the Wild, if you start the game, you want to go kill Ganon,
Ganon,
you can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
Just straight up. You can just...
So he
it,
did mention after the 6 hours, after reaching the title screen, the world is yours to take.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
And when it comes to combat, right? He mentioned the mission that he played. He went through that mission without firing a single bullet.
Whoa.
Right? And he's basically hacking this, hacking that, using drones.
Oh,
right?
shit.
Okay, he completely, like, 0 bullet was fired in that mission, and he
pulled it off.
Yeah, he pulled it off. But he also noted that you can play the game or play this mission the way you like it. If you want to go in all guns blazing, you want to throw grenades, rocket, guns, you can do that.
Quite an entrance, right?
I
Like,
can
you throw a
appreciate
grenade.
that so
Right?
much.
So how I feel like it's basically giving you almost an infinite playability. Infinite replayability.
Yeah.
And just explore. It's like what's that game again?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Snake.
Metal Gear Solid.
MGS.
Yeah.
Where you can also do the same thing. If you want to play the mission all stealthily,
Yeah, without killing anybody, you can.
you need to do like 100% recon of
you gotta
of the
plan
place,
everything out, right?
You gotta really plan everything out. Or you can just take a machine gun, just kill
fuck it.
everyone. Yeah, right.
Go in,
Plan
call it
as
a
you
song.
go.
Yeah. So I find it really interesting, and yeah, I am looking forward.
Okay, I feel like this whoever that reviewed this game,
His name
he's
is
Tom Marks. Okay,
Tom
Tom
Marks from
Marks.
IGN.
I think this guy should be given a fuck ton of credit because I'm getting this feeling from everybody in the gaming world, right, or the gaming community, that they look at Cyberpunk as a game that, how'd you say, they look at Cyberpunk as a game that's not being created by CD Projekt Red, but at the end of the day, we have to know that CD Projekt Red has been making these immersive as fuck games.
Yep.
Take The Witcher, because when you play The Witcher, you're not playing it for the action.
You can actually get lost in The Witcher, dude.
Yes, that's the whole point. You're supposed to get lost in the game, and I feel like a lot of people are hyping this game to be like, as you said, like, don't go playing this game thinking it's gonna be like GTA.
He also mentioned that this game feels more like Deus Ex. Deus Ex, where you can play it stealth, or you can play aggro as fuck. There's a lot of upgrades to who you really want V to become.
Yeah, and it's not, and it's not supposed to be a mindless, run and gun kind of game, because that's not what CD Projekt Red has ever been known about.
They've never been that game.
Yeah, they've never done anything, and I feel like Tom Marks did a great job writing this, because I feel like this review that he did, I think it was meant to, how'd you say, stabilize the expectation, because I know a lot of people are hyped. It's been almost a decade. Dude. It's been almost a decade. You've seen all these trailers just like run and gunning, and I feel like they're doing they're shooting themselves in the foot here for actually showing that kind of like
marketing
stuff.
it as a run and gun game.
Where it's bloody everywhere and stuff like that.
Where even just to get to the title screen, it took him 6 hours. And he quoted that if you are playing just casually, it will take you anywhere from 4 to 7 hours to get to the title
Title
screen,
screen.
which is still really long, man.
And to end this news segment, this is what Tom Marks ended his write-up with. Even still, I came away from my 16 hours with Cyberpunk 2077 hungry for more and with the sense that it has certainly had more to feed that hunger. It's rad as hell, a gorgeous world that you could get absolutely lost inside of in precisely the manner you choose to do so. It's certainly not without its rough edges, especially when it comes to its menus. But those blemishes didn't do much to stop what it does well from shining brightly. Even after 2 full days, I feel like I've only barely started to see what's here. And it only got more exciting the deeper I went. End quote.
Exciting.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah. Tom Mark, I feel like this guy did a great job. Just
He looked really cute in his interview with another IGN guy because he was wearing like a checkered shirt with a bow tie. Like, it's so cute. I was like, yeah.
this is what a true game journalist is supposed to do, man. I appreciate this.
I just feel like Tom Mark has been the luckiest guy alive
Yeah.
To be able to play the game.
for 16 hours straight.
Yeah, right.
Right. So just to end the whole show up, I want to bring up the Game Awards of 2020. I'm not going to touch base on the other nominations. I just want to touch base on the Game of the Year segment.
Oh, wait. Are you gonna start a list straight away?
I'm not going to start the list straight away,
okay.
but I just want to say that I'm glad to see Hades is getting its
Oh, yeah.
recognition in not just one segment, but 8.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, I already
Hades
knew
is
that Hades was
different
gonna get the
segments?
award.
Yeah, all different from best actor, best sound design,
It's a very ambitious
best
game.
right.
It's a very good game.
So before I go into the list in no particular order, is there something you want to add, Jeff?
Yeah. Can I just shoot a few blanks on what could be on the list?
Okay.
There are
nominations.
6
it
games
for you.
on the list.
6 games.
Yeah, 6 Game of the Year nominees.
Okay.
And it will tell you if you're right or wrong.
I was gonna guess Hades, but since
you're
Cal
not,
has
yeah.
enlightened us that Hades was already gonna be on the list.
You got 5 more to guess.
Okay, no, I'm just gonna guess just 1 or 2.
Okay, go with 2.
Okay. Wait, that's this year, right?
Yeah, this year.
What great? Wait, was Detroit Become Human one of it?
No, it was
No.
last
That was last
last
year.
year
That was last year.
or the year before. Last year.
It was last year.
Yeah.
Right? What new-
Just so you know, Cyberpunk is not in the
Yeah,
list
yeah,
because
Yeah, 'cause
they
it's not out
they
yet.
missed they missed the entire window.
Shit. Okay, Hades.
Do you want hints?
Apex Legends. Let's go.
No.
No.
Ah, damn it. yeah, give me a hint.
Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Is it an RPG game?
You could say so.
Oh shit. Is it Fire Emblem?
No.
Okay, no.
It's kind of cute.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah. It's the COVID game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I got.
Yeah.
No, one more.
What? One more?
Yeah.
Okay, give me another hint.
PlayStation 4 and 5 exclusive.
Spider-Man.
No.
No.
Japanese.
Oh,
No, it's yeah, sure. Japanese.
It's Japanese.
Yeah. It's Japanese theme.
Japan.
It's something to do with Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what this game. I know what this game is. That lame ass ripoff of Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Okay. So the
I didn't mean that, by the way.
the Game Awards list of Game of the Year nominees are
Okay.
in no particular order.
Okay.
Number 1,
Well,
Animal
can
Crossing.
you do it like how Ricky
shit.
Gervais did it?
No, I can't. Do you want to do it, Jeff?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do Afiq?
No.
Okay. So starting with number 1, Animal Crossing New Horizon.
Obviously.
Number 2,
Everyone saw that coming.
Doom Eternal.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 4,
Oh, damn, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima. Number 5, my game of the year, Hades.
Oh, yeah.
And lastly, number 6, The Last of Us Part 2.
What?
Right?
I guess they kind of had to add that in.
Really?
For good measure.
Wait, that's a nominee, right?
Yeah, it's just a nominee. So
I really hope they don't get the award, though.
I think Hades is going to get it.
I
I
think
really hope Hades.
or Animal Crossing.
or Final Fantasy 7 because I feel like they put a lot of shit.
I'm not a fan of FF, so I can't say that.
I mean, I'm a fan, but like I saw how they did with FF7, and I'm like, holy shit, this game looks fucking amazing.
There's still a lot of games out there that was nominated.
Yeah.
So that was the Game of the Year category. Okay.
Okay.
There's also game direction, most anticipated games, narrative,
I think
art
most
direction.
anticipated games can be given to Cyberpunk.
It's not even in there.
Yeah, it's not even in there. They completely missed the window to be nominated for anything this year, right?
Oh,
and then,
shit! All
and
right,
then there's
wait. This is for all our fans out there. Most anticipated game. Okay, nominees. One of it is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild sequel. Holy crap!
okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yep, that is.
Like what I really want to highlight in all the nomination category
Yeah.
is performance.
Okay. What do you mean by performance? Are we talking about hardware performance?
No, actor and actress's performance in the game, right?
Okay,
So we have Ashley Johnson that acted as Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Laura Bailey, Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. Daisuke Suiji or Suji
Ghost of Tsushima.
Jin. Logan Cunningham, Hades, the voice of Hades.
I like
and
that,
also the narrator. Do you not know that?
What? Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man.
And also Najee Jetram. I'm so sorry for botching all the names. He acted as Miles Morales for Spider-Man, right? And it's a really interesting list.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many lists out there, and we could only have time to cover the Game of the Year because I felt like that's the most important category so far.
Do you know? Do you know what's funny? Like, because now there's performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said this a while ago, I feel like gaming is already gonna be another how do you say? It's gonna be another platform for actors now.
Yeah, of course,
right?
Man.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I think like
it's becoming a big part of the
and
mocap
version.
Yeah, when I saw like the actress for Ellie, and I'm like, holy crap, this shit is gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait for how games
Have
are gonna be developed
you guys seen
in the future? I mean,
have you guys seen how they acted with mocap for The Last of Us Part 1?
I think I have.
Dude, it's goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I've
it's
seen it,
so touching. Like,
it is.
like they actually cry.
Yeah.
While in the ridiculous mocap
Yeah,
suit.
right.
And the acting between two characters, it's so. I'm lost for it.
The thing is, it's really hard to. I can't imagine the people on set to actually take that scene so seriously while they're wearing these ridiculous outfits.
Because they're only prompted on like, okay, this scene is going to be like this.
Yeah.
You're in this place.
Yeah.
It feels like this.
Yeah.
It's morning. It's night.
Yeah.
Act it out.
Yeah, and everything you see is
and it's like fucking studio lights. Yeah,
where you sit down and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm always so in awe when I watch my favorite like movie scenes being acted out and I see the B-roll.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking green screen.
Yeah, right.
And then when they act, they're supposed to be able to appreciate, you know, this
the character
yeah,
especially.
the character is appreciating everything that's around them.
Yeah, the guy imagines.
It's so underrated.
Exactly.
It's such an underrated job. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, dude, I want to go into mocap acting just because of this.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All four of
Let's
us.
go.
Yeah.
All four of us.
Yeah, so we need a cast for a box.
Can you? Okay, Jeff, I need you to be a tree. You'll be tree 2.
Can you be tree 1?
Yeah, I'll be tree 1. I have the wood.
Cut. Okay, tree 2, you're moving a lot, and there's no wind written in the scene here.
Okay, Jovan, you be the water.
All right, in this scene, the protagonist will jump into the water. All right, Joe, are you in position? What do you mean he's gonna jump into the water?
You have no insurance, right? Yeah, so it's a really fun category just to see.
It is.
All right.
In gaming.
Before I close it up, right? Here's what here's what Hades has been nominated for: Game of the Year, Game Direction, Narrative,
Oh yeah, that's good,
Art Direction,
dude.
Score and Music,
They're taking the whole field, and it's funny because it's actually a 2D
Yeah.
isometric game.
Performance,
Indie game.
Indie Game. Am I missing anything else? I remember there's one more. An action game. 8.
Wait, community
Wow.
support? Apex Legends is in there for community support?
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Apex has been really active with
Actually, to be
community.
honest, I've never seen any game devs that has been more responsive
Yep.
than Apex,
Apex?
than Respawn.
Yep.
Because believe it or not, I feel like they deserve this award because the community is so fucking toxic,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't imagine how much they gotta fucking deal with that
It's
shit.
toxic to the point that when they introduced Horizon, all these sexist motherfuckers came out and was like, oh, another female legend?
Yeah, yeah,
When are we
yeah,
gonna-"
yeah.
Like, I was
And
like, dude, it's just a legend.
And you know what? Anyone who's
Why does it have to be male?
yeah.
I see. No. Whoever just fucking said that, right? He doesn't even realize that. What do you mean? Half of the character rosters are males,
Yeah.
and half of it is fucking
balanced.
They got a non-binary. They got a robot.
Yeah. I don't.
They have a
dude,
gay character.
Just fucking play the game.
Yeah.
Do you even look at your character?
Exactly. It's first person, dude. Fuck.
I don't like looking at female hands.
And okay. I might sound sexist when I say this, but I'm actually supporting it because when you play battle royale games, it's actually somewhat tactically better if you play as a woman.
That's true.
Smaller hitbox.
Take Wraith, for example. All right.
Take every
You
PUBG player
you
out
can
there.
never fucking shoot a Wraith,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, you can never shoot a Wraith.
Yeah, take every PUBG player out there. Yeah, you're playing as a female character, and look, they're getting more kills than you
Yep.
are,
Yep.
or at least than the male character.
The best-
Anybody who plays a male character.
The best agents in Valorant are female, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jet,
yeah,
Reyna.
yeah. But going back, Respawn deserves that fucking award more than any other developer I've fucking seen out there, because just because they have to deal with these. I'm gonna quote what they've actually called them before. Ass hats.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Because at the end of the day,
Ass hats.
no one until this day has rebuked what that staff of Respawn said. Yes, everybody in the fucking community, or at least mostly all of them, are fucking asshats, and that has never been more true than that ever.
So how I'm going to round out the whole episode is by saying my classic line, what a time to be alive.
Hey,
Right? I'm actually grateful to see the amount of games coming out this year, especially with COVID and the whole lockdown, the whole MCO thing.
This is in November
It's
already.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like the entire year.
Dude, it's like 9 days to
it's
December,
like
man.
January, February, December.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
And it's what a time to be alive just to be a gamer.
Right?
Yeah.
This time around,
Actually,
right?
yeah, it's been peaking a lot lately.
Yeah.
I think it's because a lot of people are staying.
Like you finally don't need a reason to play games,
Yeah.
man.
No,
Yeah.
Like
it's
your parents can't tell you to play
Yeah.
outside or something, right?
it's like, hey, stop looking at the computer. But I'm
Well, what the hell do you want me to do?
I'm gonna go play football then, huh? What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
so-
the summary of 2020.
but that's all the time we have for you guys this week. But before we go, we want to hand the show over to you guys and tell us what you think about the James Bond games that's being developed by IO Interactive. Would you play a Hitman game with the skin and aesthetic of 007 series? What do you guys think that needs to be included more in Among Us? Have you guys checked the system requirements for the upcoming Cyberpunk game? And what is your game of the year of 2020? Because we would definitely like to know. Wait, actually, before we close it up, my game of the year is Hades. What's yours?
It's gotta be Valorant for me, honestly. Valorant.
Yours, Jeff?
I mean, I get kind of picky when it comes to game of the year.
Hello Kitty Online.
Yeah, not really. I don't really have.
RuneScape.
To be honest, I don't really have a game of the year.
Okay,
this year.
just let me rephrase the question for you then. What's the best game you've played this year?
This year,
Yeah.
in all of my experiences, shit. I gotta say, it's
I'm assuming it's Resident Evil.
no. I think it comes mostly from my multiplayer games.
Okay.
Yeah, and funny enough, Sea of Thieves.
Huh.
Yeah. Sea of
Okay,
Thieves.
okay.
Because there's no other game that made me feel so alive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Apex Legends does that, but it kind of numbs out after a while.
Yeah.
For some reason, Sea of Thieves, I always run back to it whenever I feel burned out.
So it runs in your blood, huh?
I guess so.
Pirates.
And Joe, what's yours, Joe?
Reliving Skyrim, dude.
Skyrim. Okay. What's a more recent one then?
Genshin Impact.
Okay,
dude.
Okay. So shoot us a DM on Instagram at Epic Arcade Pod, or you can shoot us an email over at epicarcadepod@gmail.com. We definitely love to hear from you guys. Well, that's all the time we have. Have a good week ahead, and we'll see you on Discord.
It would actually be pretty cool to have an Epic Arcade Discord.
Yeah, it's all 4 of us, isn't it?
Like, it'd be cool if we opened it up, for more people.
No, okay, no. I think like
Play games with us.
deep down, the Jedi Temple is the Epic Arcade community.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it is. Pretty much.
Anyways, Epic Arcade is a proud member of the Renegade Radio Network. If you want to find more amazing Malaysian-made podcasts, you can visit our website at rngdr.com/Epic Arcade. Or if you're interested in any other podcasts, you can just dig around and see what we got. The Epic Arcade boys have been Kelvin Tay,
Hello.
Afiq K,
Yeah.
and myself, Jeff K, and the rest of the team behind the producer's desk is my man Joe.
Hello there.
And our video guy is Chief, aka Azrul. Thanks for doing video, Azrul. Anyways, we'll see you next week.